Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. I am AceSilverFang at your service. Welcome back to my stream. Now I know what you're thinking. AceSilverFang, this isn't a platformer. I never said I'd limit myself to platformers. In fact, those who are longtime viewers know I do all kinds of games, especially ones that require me to voice act. I did that for Phoenix Wright, and we're doing it again here with Hiveswap. By the way, have you heard of Homestuck? That's what this is based on. Yeah, it's interesting. It's loosely based on it. It's got all the same races, but none of the same actual characters. But it's like references the game. If you're referencing that one thing. Now, I've never played Act 2, and I've only played Act 1 once long ago, so let's play Act 1. So happy. Raking leaves, jumping in a leaf pile, using binoculars to spy on the bizarre mystery manor next door. Childhood. Racing away from giant centipede monsters. You know, childhood. By the way, this is an adventure game, so it's not high action oriented. Your name is... Sorry. You're gonna need a minute. Okay. You gave yourself a minute to freak out. Because of the monster. The thing with all the legs and teeth. The one you barely got away from. Minute's up, though. You take a deep breath. Let the uncertainties slip away into the toothy, arm-waggling darkness. And focus on what you know. Your name is Joy Claire. You live just outside the town of Hauntwich. You are, in no particular order, a puzzle solver, a semi-orphan, a dancer of multiple schools, an aspiring veterinarian, and a big sister. Speaking of, that monster, the one that barely missed eating you alive, only you're not thinking about that right now. It might be headed back outside, where your little brother is. You've got to warn him. Okay, gotta warn little brother. What's this? It's easy to make your very own cake! Or something like that. You were really excited to get this for your birthday last year, but you ran out of the baking stuff pretty quick. You could use regular sugar and flour or whatever. But it's not like you have those things just sitting around. Who does, honestly? Moms, you guess. Also, this is like 90s references to the game. So, easy bake oven! Can I hit... maybe this? This. Mom won this award at around the same time, or same age as you for being best at ballet. It's pretty. It's the 11th of November. Today started off just like any other day, with another sunrise. And the sound of songbirds going hog wild out there in the trees. But their songs have all but stopped. And now there's something else going hog wild out there. I don't know what it is. It ain't birds. And it sure as heck ain't hogs. Mark. You've already marked today's date as part of your daily routine. If anyone claims that you didn't exist on the date of November 10th, 1994, you can shove that big red in their face and prove them wrong. Let's bake. You're out of the baking stuff. You're not too busted up about it, though. You're pretty tough. Your babysitter gave you this for your birthday. Joey, she said, this wizard's the best. He lives in his little wizardy orb, just swimming in spells and glitter. He will protect you. Look, he's doing it right now. Your babysitter loves wizards, obviously. She's pretty great. Oh. Alright. It's a point-and-click adventure game. I needed something a little more relaxing after the last several games being high-octane and stressful. What's this? Oops. Yeah, look at that. Along with ballet, you also study tap dancing. You haven't decided what you prefer. Ballet is fun, but tap's also fun. In a different kind of way. You have considered blending the two, wearing one tap shoe and one ballet shoe at the same time, but decided to fully master both and earn the respect of your teachers before unveiling your boundary-shattering ballet style to the world. Wise. Oh, wait, hold on. Turn the light on. I can see! You add the tap dance ability to your technique. Yep, those are the words that refer to those concepts. You learned them literally just now. Awesome! Whoops. It said something. Nope, it said something, and now I'm never gonna see it again. These posters, they resonate so powerfully with the very core of your being. The animals, the magic, the power. They whisper to you in your dreams. Secrets of a better world on the other side of the stars. Whoops, I clicked out of the screen. Didn't know this was a game that let me click out of the screen. Now I know that. Okay, clicking on them doesn't change anything. Alright. Aha! No way, you don't want to start with the nice animals. Especially given their obviously incredible magical powers. Wow. Remember these posters from the 90s? They were like a bunch of bright colored animal ones. I'm not kidding, these were actually... I'm not sure if these specific posters, but I remember seeing posters like them back then. Trying to see what this is. Talk about hot stepping. Well, lukewarm stepping. Yeah, dance! You do a few steps up from Pearl and Merlin, your thus far unfinished showcase of wizard-themed dancing. This one's the Pyromancer's Hot Step. They don't give ballet trophies for tap dancing, but if they did, you might just win one of those yourself someday. Or maybe you'll win one for your ballet. You decide to dream big. Dance at the calendar. Yep, tap classes every Saturday morning. Your babysitter usually drives you, unless, you know, she's not feeling well. It is Saturday morning. What? Look? No, okay. I was hoping it would tell me what this is. Let's see. Anything else up here? What was that? You got more pressing concerns right now than the book report you have to hand in on Monday? Besides, none of these books are appropriate choices for a book report, according to your teachers. Your teachers seem oddly fixated on award-winning books where beloved dogs are introduced and then inevitably die. There are weirdly a lot of those. You kind of hate your teachers sometimes. Oh no, that's the same thing. Dance edit. You got a couple books on the subject, but tap dancing, the preferred hot stepping of the unpretentious working class, has largely been snubbed by the literary elite. Those elites. So elitist. Anything else? Nothing here? Nothing here? I could go outside, but no. Wait. No, okay. Let's walk. I can walk! What's that? Oh, it's a flying mouth. It's up here. They should be pretty safe on the shelf. Which is the point of shelves, you suppose. This is a raised and cushioned platform where you spend several hours every day unconscious and hallucinating. Usually, while the majority of other people on the continent are also doing the same thing. When you put it that way, sleep is weird. Look. Puppy Surprise is having puppies. How many? That's the surprise. Puppy Surprise. Puppy Surprise. It's the ad. That actually is the ad. Whenever you look at this thing, the song from that commercial runs through your head like a snake monster on an autumn afternoon. It's a great place to stash your keepsakes, where they stay as a safe reminder, as safe as a teen hiding in her bedroom from a snake monster. Bit on the nose on that one. You reach inside the expectant plush canine, and Puppy Surprise is having puppies. Puppies! Key! Look at key. Ah, yes. No one would ever think to look for your precious diary key inside a plush mother dog. Least of all your brother, who isn't upset. Oh no, who was upset. He didn't get one of the puppies. You can be pretty melodramatic. Speaking of precious keys, there's also a beautiful little trinket. Yeah, what the heck? That used to belong to your mom. You have no idea what it is, but looking at it reminds you of her. Honestly, you're not sure you'd be comfortable leaving it here with everything that's going on. She actually came with 5 puppies, but you gave 2 away to make room for other stuff. You don't know anybody else who got 5. You don't know anybody else who got 5. Some kid from school got 4 in hers, and she wouldn't shut up about it for a week. You don't want to brag, but yeah, you walked with a little spring in your step for a while, after birthing that quintet of pups. Maybe you 5 puppy people are just cut from a different cloth. Kids. Bragging about random things. I'm gonna get the key. You collect the diary key from its plush hiding room. While you're at it, you think maybe you should keep this beautiful heirloom of your mom's close. Just a feeling. A deep, inexplicable, impossible feeling. Anyway, hey look! A backpack. Your babysitter got you this junior veterinarian's med kit. It's kind of important to you, so you think you'll leave it here for now. It would really bust you up if something happened to it. Yeah, but it might be useful. This is where you keep your clothes. Consider your fashion statement to be fun and comfortable. And try to model yourself as on Clarissa. Clarissa. She really does explain quite a few things. Except, of course, precisely where she gets her clothes and how she manages to look so great all the time. I said this is a reference to the 90s, right? Like, all the 90s. My computer. Your modem always makes a mighty racket logging you on. Probably not worth riling up any hallway snake to surf your sites right now. It's not like there's much new to see. Anyway. You're sure that Jude would have let you know if anyone in your web ring had updated their sites? The 90s. When you had web rings, modems, had to wait for them to boot up. Wait, I see jacks. I can't get the jacks. Okay. Well. You still didn't warn your brother about that monster. That walkie-talkie might be useful for that, as long as you don't stomp it to pieces first. Your walkie-talkie. Half of a set. Your brother has the other one. Could come in handy. Walkie-talkie. Good. It's up in my Silodex. If you play Homestuck, if you've gone through Homestuck and read it, you'd know what a Silodex is. Feels a little light. Uh-oh. Yep, no batteries. You remember cannibalizing the walkie-talkie when something else needed them. But you can't recall exactly what that something else was. This is Sir Bappy Pawswater, your beloved man-throw chap. You tend to his fussy whims and needs when you trouble to imagine what they might be. What a daring dream to combine the finest qualities of the animal kingdom and the nobility of humanimals. Wait, you mean humanity? Anyway, Sir Bappy Pawswater will have to tend to his own fussy whims and needs for a while. You've got a lot of crap on your plate right now. I forgot to read that word before trying to read it. It has no effect. Maybe try tapping the keys next time instead of tapping your feet. Change? You could try on some new clothes, but what's a style montage without at least one party offering compulsory reaction shots for each outfit? Who's going to give you an affirming head nod when you finally nail it? Sir Bappy Pawswater? There are important things to consider before you carelessly plunge headlong into a style montage. That's true. But you have Puppy Surprise over here. I'm sure she'd love to see a style montage. Pat? You guess one day you'll have to choose which dream to follow. Do you want to be a veterinarian who also dances a lot, or a world-class dancer who volunteers in an animal clinic in her spare time? You can't have it both ways. It's true. When you're not actively or imminently hot-stepping, your tap shoes are hanging up by the door. You know this because that's where you got them from a little while ago, and also because this is your own personal habit. They're a very appreciative audience, as always. Surprisingly, no one fell off the shelf this time. Hey, good job. You try to remember if Clarissa... For those who don't know, there was a show in the 90s called Clarissa Explains It All. Kids watched it on Nickelodeon. We loved it. It was fun. No idea why your friend always came through the window. Try to remember if Clarissa ever gotten any jams like this. You have so much in common. You have so much in common. Annoying little brother, computer in your room, second story bedroom. As much as you hate to admit it, Clarissa's life deviates from yours on a number of vertices. Her parents were around. She had a cool friend who was a boy, but not her boyfriend. No monsters in the yard, etc. They can't have it all. She only explains it all. She doesn't know it all. She didn't have it all either. Sorry, that wasn't a sigh. That was more of a grunt. You had a whole choreographed routine for the Clarissa theme song. 2, in fact. 1 tap, 1 ballet. But ever since the show ended last month, it just makes you sad. Oh, we have a bit of a timeline. Hold up, we can find out exactly what year this is. One sec. New channel. How do you spell Clarissa? August 19th, 2001. So it is 2001. November 11th. Interesting. Okay, so it's November 11th, 2001. Okay, cool. We now have an actual date. I don't remember it saying the year on the calendar, but maybe it did, and I'm just blind. And have no idea that I am. I don't know. Oh well, Alex Mack is pretty cool too, you guess. It looks like you might miss tomorrow's episode, though. Well, whatever. The preview said it was going to be a big, dumb dance plot. No, a dumb, big dance plot. You hate those. But you like that. But, One day you hope to be a veterinarian. Then you can be the one carrying. Read. One day you hope to be a veterinarian. Then you can be the one caring for fuzzy-faced baby critters. So when someone catches you in the act of snuggling them all and tells you to take a hike, you can flash your vet badge and say you're here on professional medical business. I don't think that's what they do. Then they'll have to take a hike, not you. I don't think there's a professional medical veterinarian badge. I don't think veterinarians have badges. It'd be cool if more jobs had badges. They can go, hey, I'm this. It's like, oh, okay. I'm a game tester, so it's like, hey, I'm a game tester. Professional game testing business at any con. And they go, oh, well, okay, well, here, test our game. Yeah, there's some cues like these on your diary. Which, this is the key to. You got it all figured out. Oh, right. I can actually click on every single one of these things with other things. This might take a while. So rapid pause water disdains tap dancing. Oh, that's okay. Which he calls the staccato stumbling of the plebeian herd. And wow, it stinks. Joey, you need a more positive mental attitude. That's what you need. Well, you return your secret diary key to your bulletproof hiding place. Not literally bulletproof, of course, as far as you know. You were just being colorful. Oh, well, I better get it out then. Give it back. I didn't know I put it back. I didn't know you could put things back. His magical secrets are not going to yield to the mundane trinket in your inexpertly wield. A for effort, Joey. You didn't mean to rhyme. You just got caught up in his magical field. Your fate is sealed. The wizard's wizard shall be revealed. Well, alright then. How about this? Rhyming? No? Your precious heirloom isn't magic, right? Because that's not real. But monsters are, you guess? There's a lot to incorporate into the old worldview this evening. Your mom left you this heirloom. Gosh, what was it? 10 or 11 years ago? You're not exactly sure, despite this calendar helpfully displaying both the year and the month. Never mind, it's 1994. You liar! Oh, maybe she meant the season ended. That makes sense. Because it did start in 91. It ran for 10 years. Interesting. Or was it 94? Maybe it was 94. Okay. I didn't look at the starting year. I looked at the ending year. Well, so much for my specific time. I already had a deadline, and I was dumb. Weird. You've never thought about it before, but that's definitely weird for a calendar to do. There's so many things. Your calendar is a peek at what's coming up soon, while your diary is a glimpse into the landscape of your past. In between, there's the eternal now of Joey Clare. Extraordinaire! Heck yeah, baby! Heirloom? Your precious heirloom from your mother isn't a branded LF product. Not a notebook, or a silly pen, or perhaps a pencil case. It's some kind of doodad. That's right, your diary and these posters were made by the same company. It's cute. The beautiful animals. Look at their free, open communication. They've certainly never been prevented from talking to their family by a dearth of batteries. Troop was all over you to fill your calendar with fake appointments to throw him off your trail. You told him you did, just to shut him up. But he can peep in here from a stupid treehouse if you forget to close your blinds. If you had some batteries in this walkie-talkie, he'd probably be bugging you about it right now. You're not even gonna bother. This one never says anything, no matter how politely you ask for stories about your mom. Oh, that's sad. Let's talk to the wizard. You beseech the tiny wizard for a jolt of magic to power your walkie-talkie. The tiny wizard completely snubs you, like a smug jerk. As they do. You don't need a walkie-talkie to talk to Puppy Surprise. She communicates mind to mind, heart to heart, soul to soul. The rhythmic beating of her cotton heart is the metronome of your existence. Beautiful. Wait, hold up. Wait. There we go. That. Use a big oven. Nothing in this tiny, empty oven is going to power your depowered walkie. You're pretty certain you need batteries, and this thing doesn't run on them. Oh, well, dang. Key? Diary key? You could bake the key into your diary inside a tiny cake, like in a movie. Then anytime you wanted to write in your diary, you just eat the cake, which hopefully wouldn't have gotten really gross by then, or gotten gross key taste all over the inside of it. The plush dog room really remains the best storage option. Fair? What about your heirloom? And ruin your precious heirloom by melting it? Okay, it's a very weak oven, but still no. Them. If you want to talk to your shelf buds, just go for it. They're ready to listen. You don't need a walkie-talkie like the one you need to talk to your tree brother. None of these are gifts from your mom. That's okay. She gave you your wonderful heirloom, sort of. Or at the very least, strongly implied that she wanted you to have it, you think. You were a little young at the time. Like, literally a baby. If you're a big sister and you were a baby when your mom died, how old was Jude? Or are you twins? None of these friends are as good a hiding place as Puppy Surprise, because they don't have unzippable wombs. Big oversight in your humble opinion. Well, when you argue like that, I've got no contradiction. This heirloom was a gift from your mom, and maybe these baby animals get tiny little baby animal gifts from their moms. Like an especially shiny rock, or a patch of sunlight, or, oh gosh, what an idea. You would love it. She got quite the imagination. Oh wait, no, I already read that one. Talk to them. These moms and babies love each other. Roger, over. Breaker, 1-9er. It's very cute. Come back, 10-4. For someone who doesn't like what your brother likes, you certainly have figured out his idiosyncratisms for communicating. Sir Bosswater keeps his own counsel. His secrets are his own affair, and he cares little for yours. He can be kind of a snide little puffed-up popinjay when you get right down to it. We need to bring some of those old-timey sayings back. A snide little popinjay is a... It's like, wow, I feel insulted, yet I don't know why. Sir Bappy Pawswater is underwhelmed by your beloved keepsake. Well, whatever. He's never been an easy fellow to impress. He practices his composure for hours every night in front of his placidity glass, sold separately. Huh. Communicate. It's just not in the spirit of quasi-Victorian barnyard aesthetic of the Manthro chaps. Also, the walkie needs batteries. Of course, this means I'm gonna have to go through all this again after I've gotten the batteries. I can't think of anything else to click on. Or combos to use. Wait! Aha. This thing's not compatible with your middle-of-the-line computer. It's just way too old. You can't just plug this thing into that thing without using an absurd cable. That'd be a nightmare to locate. Assuming it even exists. Maybe in some other universe, computers can interface with vocal devices, and maybe you sound like a suave robot. But around here, you make do with what you got. Fair. It is the 90s, after all. Sorry, but that's the key to your diary, and your diary is not on your computer. But what if it could be online? A living journal of sorts. Daring dream, but surely impossible. Yes, no one would ever put their entire life online. It's impossible. Could never possibly ever happen. Oh, here we are. Let's look inside. Oh, wow. What's up? You briefly muse on the metaphorical significance of the flashing light. What could it represent? The past? The future? America? It's your stupid brother. You need to get in touch with him. Yeah. Don't mind me, my drinking problems just flared up again. Yes. Sorry. I have been fighting a flu this week. And it's so slight I didn't realize I had it till halfway through the week, and I had it since before the week. I love how they do this. This looks really cool. I know all it is one layer. Wait, no, 2 layers. 2 layers of moving, and it's just rotating. I know how they do it. But it still looks really cool. This is a cool... I'd take this as a freaking... I would take this as a wallpaper for my desktop. It just looks great. Yikes! More of them? Gentrification is a real monster. Blistering social commentary aside, you sincerely hope you and your brother aren't killed and eaten by these eyeless horrors. Alright? The sun has just set, making for a glorious autumn eve. As such, autumnal evening glory radiates from the heavens, kissing the clouds on its way down to... Stupid clouds, salt. Touchable and ephemeral stuff. Oh, I already read that one about the gentrification commentary. Remember when you were raking up those leaves, your dog knocked you over and you laughed, and then everything turned into monsters. Ah, memories. It'd be nice if those monsters were as weirded out by that weird skull fountain as you are. It is a weird fountain. Unfortunately, that thing is probably monster chic. Poor puppy! That icky, snaky thing hurt her. Well, you used your budding veterinary skills to patch her up and make it all better. But you also be very angry. Right now, she doesn't seem to want to come out of her doghouse. You don't blame her. By those bushes suspiciously, but you don't see anything else popping out of them. Yet. Okay. Okay, we look good. I think that's it. I think it's everything. How do I get out of here? Oh, right, button. It's a lot of posters. Alright, better get cracking. Oh, that's more than enough of that. What is it? Look. You love your video game console. You love your video game console. You're a computer games enthusiast at heart, but you can't help but enjoy the tactile sensation of a controller in your hand as you fight evil, and save animals, and etc. Lots of etc. Key? Or heirloom? Looks like key, but not key. This heirloom thingamajig has sometimes made you feel like, well, like you might be someone special? Like, you might have an adventure one day or something, like someone cool from one of your video games. It's just got this feeling to it, you know? It does. It looks like, holy cow, what big swirly thing you are. It's got that feel to it. You guess all kids probably feel this way sometimes, and maybe there's nothing too special about you. But then again, monsters? Okay, so maybe there will be something special about your death. That's the positive mental attitude I'm talking about, yeah! Hold up. Before we check out Connect 4. No, only the original Japanese console had a microphone controller. Or at least that's what you've read on the internet while you were looking for info about Second Mom. Oh. I was like, Second Mom? Oh. Mother 2. I think is what it's talking about. The goal of this game is to get 4 of your colored circles in a row before your opponent, who's trying to do the same. You can also theoretically connect 5 if you're kind of a showy jerk. I've done it. It feels great. I recommend going for the difficult to achieve Connect 5. Jab your diary key at the console, whimsically hoping this combo might save the game of your very life. But it doesn't. It just scratches the plastic a bit. Okay then. Dan said it! It tends to make your game freeze. Alas, the only downside of cartridge-based gaming. Cartridge games. Where if it doesn't work, just take the cartridge out and blow in it, and then it makes it better. It may or may not have. No one was really ever sure. We were told it doesn't, but then we did it and it felt like it did, so... Canadian campfire spookums. I just saw that. For those who are unaware, that's a reference to... Oh, what was it called? Stories to Tell in the Dark? Or no, it's Are You Afraid of the Dark, I think is what it is. These are all popular movies and shows from the 90s, actually. Pretty. Sweet key this. What? Okay. Jude is terrible at this game. He always assumes you're trying to lure him into traps, so he makes strategically terrible moves to expose your conspiracy, and then you win. It's the best way to win! Connect 4 would make a lousy diary. One wrong move and BAM! Your secret ideas go tumbling all over the place. Well, when you gotta ruin our dreams. They don't need your help to fall. Just pull the tab on the side. So, okay, they need your help. But not your dancing. Second Mom. This game is only available in Japan. But there's this kid at school who says his uncle works at a games company. Because, you know, my dad works at Nintendo. And he says he gets to play all sorts of secret games before they even come out here. He runs off at the mouth like he has all this insider information and sources inside the game companies. But honestly, I think he's just desperate for attention. You tend to ignore him and focus on more pleasant things, like this super cool poster. Second Mom rules. She taped a little piece of paper with shh over his mouth. What could possibly go wrong? That's what Bubsy would say if he were here. He never stopped saying that. You'd hear it in your head, forever, echoing like screams echo across the still water. I wonder if she likes this guy, this character. You bet the hero of Second Mom has some kind of cool heirloom too, like a yo-yo carved from some crazy mineral or something. Awesome. You're not a big minerals person, but that's awesome. That's cool. I'm not into it, but I mean, yeah, no, cool. You wish you could radio the hero of Second Mom for help. Look how cool she is. All you have is your stupid brother. Hey, he's trying to contact you. That's why he's flashing his light. He's like, hey, pay attention to me. Help. Lots of games have you saved by writing in a diary. But in Second Mom, you apparently save by calling your dad. What a whimsical idea. Imagine, a father whose phone number you know, who picks up when you call. Yeah. Blistering commentary, that one. The contrast between your most treasured possession and your least treasured possession is pretty striking. By which you mean playing a Bubsy game is like being struck. Why do you even have his poster on the wall if you hate him so much? No thanks, he can stay quiet for once. Your diary provides no insight into why you hung this poster. I was just asking that. You've reread it many times, searching for just that information. Curiouser. Ginger Rogers. I don't know who this is. Star Avenue. That didn't help me. Ginger Rogers. Gosh, she's really something. The greatest tap dancer who's ever clattered gracefully across the screen. Oh, okay. Gracefully across the screen. Probably? No, wait. Definitely. And still kicking. The bounty hunter's advice for dealing with monsters would probably be to shoot them. Oh, Metroid. Got it. Or change your shape. Or both at once. She's cool, but pretty difficult to emulate. Ain't that the case with role models? The bounty hunter is from the distant future. She has no need for pretty relics of your family history. Or maybe she's from the distant past in a part of space where the technology is comparatively futuristic. That'd be pretty wild. Comparatively futuristic. I see. Okay, yeah. Star Wars. I get it. I just got the reference. Yeah. On the ball today. That'd be pretty wild. Point stands about your key, though. You give it a shot. No luck. Or, Bounty Hunter is one of those no-talk heroes. She might be responding silently. You decide to pretend she's responding silently. I like your mentality on that one. Yeah. You can't really picture the bounty hunter keeping a diary. A war journal, maybe. Okay, now I have to have a war journal. You have a diary? No. This is my war journal. Jude's rubbing off on you. Wait until you meet Jude. Jude's one of my favorite characters in this. He's really fun. Your mom and Ginger actually knew each other. They were of different generations, of course, but super classy entertainers. But super classy entertainers like them can't help but run into each other all the time. Not literally, of course. They would have been way too graceful for that. Walking? Talking? Who cares about that jazz when there's dancing to do? You got kind of caught up in your Ginger Rogers bit. And that's fun, but maybe keep in mind that you really need to get in touch with your brother. Easy do it. There's no rush. It's only monsters. You've read Ginger's memoir, Ginger, My Story, a couple of times. It's great. She's really funny, and wow, women sure have to put up with a lot of crap, huh? You're glad it's the 90s now, so that kind of thing should be over pretty soon. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like people are gonna go around claiming that they're women and taking away all your achievements. Yeah, it's gonna be over real soon, don't you worry. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. I'll just get a rocket ship, go to space, live up in space where it's not this planet. I'll find my own planet. You love Block Hustle, the game of extending columns that disappear as lines are filled. But, you could only find a poster of the American box art. no idea why Tetris is sold like this. Brightly colored L-shaped object. No, it couldn't be. It's not. You're just goofing. Just goofing around. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. No response from Detective Blockhustle, Private Eye. Maybe something is blocking the signal. Blockhustle has no secrets that they are willing to share with you. They keep their own counsel. Stuffy block. Oh, wait, let me just unclick that. Hot steppin'! You don't really perform the styles of dance that make this movie such a pulse-pounding barn burner of a smash hit. But you'd certainly like to someday. The story keeps happening. Yep. Oh, the story keeps happening. The story keeps happening! That's pretty funny. Look at that childlike empress. She sure looks pretty pleased with herself for someone who's only in the movie for about 5 minutes. Yeah. I admit, I never understood why she was so featured on the cover when she was barely in the movie at all. Okay. Your mom. Would she be okay with this poster being up in your room? Why not? She danced with lots of ladies. If only the walkie-talkie were powered by raw, rhythmic sensuality. Then, well, you guess you'd feel pretty strange you talking to your brother. Reality. Bring us crashing down to earth. Oh no, your hot stepping thoughts go in the other Oh no, your hot stepping thoughts go in the other diary. The one you will never mention again outside of this particular thought. I'm sorry, you have an other diary for the hot stepping thoughts? This kid could care less about your diary. He's too busy reading. The story keeps happening. Wait, was the name of the movie also the name of the actual book the kid was reading? Can't remember right now. Walkie-talkies, even currently inoperable ones, are more sci-fi conspiracy, whereas this movie was more high fantasy. Mixing them up could get a little messy. Why can't we mix them up? Let's mix them up. Let's make a high fantasy sci-fi. I'm actually enjoying an anime that's like that. What was it called? It's one of those long title ones. Something about peeps. Basically, this guy who's in his 40s gets a bird because he's like, you know what? I could use a pet. I'm pretty content with my life, but I just want to live comfortably, and I think having a pet would be nice. Turns out the pet is magical! And he goes on fantasy adventures and sci-fi adventures. It's kind of weird. Pretty fun. It's honestly pretty fun, because everything gets weird, and it's totally stereotypically anime, only with everyone in the world around him. He is pretty normal and grounded. So everyone's like, we have to go do this thing, and he goes, well, I have a solution. What's that? We could do a business deal. And they go, okay. And he solves problems with his brain. And not in the psychic powers way. Just literally, he's just like, well, the practical way of doing this is this. Also, thank you for teaching magic. Like, it's so bizarre that it's great. I love it. And it's coming out with the second season soon. Huh. Actually, yeah, your heirloom kind of reminds you of that weird snaky amulet thing from this movie. It's way older than the movie, though. By at least several years. As you can personally verify. Oh, wait. Canadian Campfire Spookums is the best. There are so many posters. It's about these kids who get together in the woods every week, and one of them throws some dust in a fire. And then they tell a scary story. And that scary story is the episode. Yeah, I know what they're talking about. Oh, it's fun. You guess you kind of focused more on the framing narrative than you did on the stories. But whatever, it's the best, just like you said. Your mom's heirloom. No, it wouldn't make a very good spookum. It's not scary, it's just pretty, and holding it makes you feel very happy and very sad at the same time. If this were a Canadian's campfire spookum, the walkie would probably start working without batteries. And then it'd be the ghost of some kid from 50 years ago. Or even an alien! That'd be pretty fun. Until the realities of the situation set in. One campfire spookum was about a haunted diary. When you wrote in it, it would write back. And it turned out that, well, you guessed it. You already mentioned that it was haunted. So, yeah, a ghost. Well, spoilers. Acorn's shadow is surprisingly dark for a show about a group of horse friends. It canters down some troubling psychological roads. I am unaware of... This feels vaguely familiar, yet I can't place it for some reason. I guess I only saw marketing for it in the past and never actually saw it. I don't know. Very... I don't know why it seems familiar. The art style is reminiscent of The Last Unicorn, but I don't think this is based on The Last Unicorn. How can you keep a secret safe from your own shadow? This question is explored over 17 seasons of Acorn Shadow. Wow, that is a long-running show, and it's usually the source of conflict in any given episode. Acorn really doesn't need a walkie to talk to her shadow, especially when it's lurking all huge and malevolent like that, like he always does in every episode. Quite a malevolent overtone? Acorn is always finding mysterious treasures, but unlike you, she usually finds out what they are within 22 minutes. You've been waiting for years. Hey, good things come to those who wait. Magical animal companion here. You'll love those long titles. Magical animal companion heel rescue is your favorite Japanimation. It's about this girl, Shika, who goes to school sometimes and has a regular life. Boring, yeah. But, whenever a magical animal has been hurt, Shika becomes Princess Shika and rides her deer companion to go heal them. That's the whole thing. It's great. No fighting, just healing. You love it. Wow. Although the name reminds me of another anime called Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go! If you've never seen Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go, it's actually pretty awesome and gets kind of poignant. It gets kind of powerful later. It's weird. It's like you don't expect it to go there, but it goes there. And you're like, whoa, dude. Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. It's a mouthful to say, but it's fun. And you can't forget it because the opening theme literally says the name 5 times, at least. You really like this poster, but can't really say why. It's pretty, and you like the expression of the ballerina's face. You wonder if this is what it's like when adults go to museums to look at actual art. You hope so. Probably. I've looked at art and been like, neat. Artists appreciate the brushstrokes and the difficulty it is to create such a thing. Those who don't do art don't have context of the difficulty curve. Appreciate. You get a good hard stare. Yeah, you're appreciating the heck out of this art. It'd be difficult, if not impossible, for anyone to appreciate it more. You had a lot of complex and complicated feelings about this poster. Aspirations, admirations, aesthetic appreciations. Wanting to write all those down is why you got a diary, actually. But then, you sat down to do it. You were kind of embarrassed by your flowery ideas. Maybe one day. She has no need of it. Like you, she communicates solely through the language of dance. Right now, she's telling you to find some batteries for this thing. Maybe check in this closet. Maybe. 2 of your most treasured possessions. Like the ballerina, your heirloom, though still, seems destined to turn. You're not sure where that idea came from. You always get like this when you look at your ballet poster for a while. Well, also, it's a spiral and also a key, so that makes sense. I mean, it looks like a key. I don't know what else you'd call this shape. It's more a question of what it's a key to. Oh, pictures. Wait, how do we... Yeah, there we go. Since she's been gone, that's Mom. That's Mama. Aw, baby Joey. Aw. Look at your baby face. Since she's been gone, you've seen less and less of Pa over the years. Guess he had greener pastures to move on to. Or bluer beauties. Homestuck reference! We're gonna mention that because if you haven't heard of Homestuck, you should check it out. It's pretty fun. And it explains the blue beauties thing. A little bit. That little girl there, she's destined for big things. Big hopes, big fears, big worries, big loneliness. Oh, but you got dog! Now hold on, put yourself together. What would your mom say if she knew you were thinking like that? You really wish you knew. Come on, pull yourself together! You have dog! Rescue dog! Pen? Diary. Usually don't have much to record in here on account of the humdrum life you lead. But you think today will be a different story. Maybe you should take a moment to record a note now. Just in case this is your last chance to set down your final words before your tragic demise at the hands of the horrible sneaky thing. Key? You should write more about how you feel about your mom. And your mom being gone and all this stuff. But it's not easy. But that's the point of a diary. Your secrets are safe with you. Yeah. You really wish you could. Ah, sad. If you want to talk to yourself, your diary is right there. Well, you can be snide about it. Your precious, treasured heirloom belonged to your mom originally. You got it from her from her jewelry box. The one in the hallway. She wasn't around to give it to you in person, so you just, you took it. But that's what she would have wanted. You're very, very sure of it. Are you even sure it's your mom's? This picture was taken before you found your treasured heirloom, you think. Sometimes it can be hard to remember the exact sequence of things like that. It's weird being 14. Over a third of your life is, at very best, a blurry fog in your memory. Yeah, you're not kidding. Throw in the time you spend asleep and, well, you've really only got about 6 years of accessible conscious memory. Weird. True. I relate. Your mom was a great dancer. Tap, swing, ballroom, bolero, even wild experimental stuff like contact improvisation. What? Is that dance fighting? What's contact improvisation? Ballet was her passion, though. And she was transcendent. Tap dancing actually freaks your dog out pretty badly. You suppose it's the ribald firework-like percussion of your toes and heels clacking against the hardwood floor that does it. In fact, you don't even really have to suppose. You're pretty much certain. I don't get it. Why does... I can just click on things, but also I can click on... Oh, that's weird. Okay. How do I get out? Ah, there it is. See, I forgot to use the tap dancing on all these, so we gotta go back through them. This game apparently has really cool music. By searching online, you were able to briefly hear a few seconds of it. The download only took you a few hours. Wow. Living in the future sure is amazing. No one can dance to the Bubsy theme. Not even Bubsy. He just thrashes around like a jerk. Then he smirks at you.
Like he just totally blew your mind. Sometimes you hate living in the 90s. Oh, the music of Block Hustle is perfect for tap dancing. But you have to play the game in order to hear it. And that's distracting. We tried having Jude play while you worked out a routine, but he refused to play ever since he found out the game is Russian. Jude, you were born at the wrong time for the Red Scare. You were born just after it. You need to calm down a little bit, dude. Well, I say just after. Maybe more the tail end of it. I guess 1980. If she's 14. I don't know how old he is. Your tap dancing idol, of course. After your mom, but Ginger's a close second. Yep. She's just amazing. I didn't read that well at all. Bounty Hunter would be pretty excellent at any style that featured a turn into a ball in midair maneuver. And what style wouldn't benefit from such a maneuver? Why, none of them. Facts. Propping their hoof is how horses count. Except the titular Acorn Shadow, of course. It's too busy burning the land with galloping green flames to do horsey math tricks. Fire horse. What if you just couldn't stop dancing? That'd be scary if it didn't describe your life already. Joy Glare Extraordinaire. Bang. A banger. You had a routine inspired by this movie, but it was just way too long. Yes, you could say it felt always not stopping. No, that's not tap dance. Tap dance is great and fun, but it's like doing your taxes at church compared to what's going on in that poster. Oh, Princess Chica could never be a tap dancer. Her feet end in deer hooves. You do? Those look like normal feet. She just couldn't get the right percussion going with those velvety things. Not sure you know entirely what deer hooves are. That's obviously the wrong school of dance for this poster. You need to put your suitable shoes on for this, by which you mean to dance in front of a poster. Well, time to write my diary. You unlock and open your diary. Nice. Yep, nice. Juicy secrets, here you come. Except they're just your boring secrets, so you don't care. Look. You don't usually have much to record in here on account of the humdrum life you lead, but you think today will be a different story. Maybe you should take a moment to record a note. Didn't I just read this? Oh, I did. Yeah, what was making think? Maybe something from your past will shed some light on today's terror mysteries. Some little detail mentioned offhand and forgotten. Kicking off a casual cascade of connections that terminates in a catastrophe of snake monsters. Maybe. Wait, is it weird to call my brother's friends my social circle? Ah, well. You know what I mean, diary. I don't have any friends I can really call mine, so I'm trying to branch out. I guess it's better than calling them my web ring. The kids at school are jerks, though, and they called me a poser when I tried to talk to them about games I like and stuff. Between you and me, I think a bunch of the kids at school might be evil? Jeez, don't sound all paranoid like my brother. They're just up to no good. I can feel it. Joey. June 12th, 1994. Dear Diary. Whew, first day of summer vacation. I can't wait to get a break from all those clowns at school. Sometimes I think what I really need is a vacation from humanity. Joey. October 25th, 1994. Dear Diary, I can't believe I haven't recorded an entry since the beginning of last summer. Needless to say, I've been back to school for a while now. Next summer can't come soon enough. I came home to a drunk babysitter again today. Great. Sure is some quality adult supervision we youngsters are getting around here. She means well enough, though. Haven't heard from Pa in weeks. Last we saw of him, he popped in the house to drop off more stupid mummies and globes or whatever, then skipped off to go on more adventures. What a bozo. Also, how lame is it that when he made us call him Pa, or that he made us call him Pa instead of Dad while we were growing up? I miss Mom. Joey. It's sad when you miss your mom that you can't remember because you were a baby, and also that you say when we were growing up and you're only 14. Not having a parent will make you grow up fast. If this is going to be the last entry in your diary, then by gum, you're going to scare the bejesus out of whoever finds it once you're snake chow. November 11th, 1994. Dear Diary, forgive my hasty and nervous scribbling. I'm kind of scared, but maybe also a bit excited? Anyway, can't talk much now. There's a sly and cunning monster on the prowl. Possibly hungry for kid meat, too. So I've got to... Okay, I don't have a darn clue what I have to do. But I'll fill you in later once I do it. Joey. Satisfied you've done your duty vis-a-vis posterity, in case the worst should happen, relock your diary and hide the key again, safe and sound. See, this is what people do in all those horror games. They're like, oh no, monster, quick, write in my diary. Now why they leave the pages scattered everywhere is another question entirely. Open door. Look at more things. Never mind, look at one thing. You couldn't tap dance your diary open, although if you wanted, you might be able to tap dance it off the desk. If you wanted to. You don't want to, though. You're going to go ahead and head that line of reasoning off at the past. That's not the way to open your diary. It was just an idle thought. You need your diary key to open your diary. Period. Doesn't fit. It was worth a shot, you guess. Well, kind of. A diary is kind of like a walkie-talkie that lets you talk to the past of yourself. Or at least it lets past you talk to present you. And make you very embarrassed that present you was ever past you. Facts. You try to move past this. You mean past this. Look. You really get a charge out of this game. It's kind of bossy, though. Right, that's where you put the walkie-talkie batteries. Better grab them. Jude needs your help. The game, the key, both hold their sinister sway, don't they? Hold on. Yeah. Oh no! But what if it fell off the shelf and broke? Honestly, it'd be the excuse you've been needing to throw it out. It's kind of a rude game. I mean, it maybe. I like it. I'll challenge it. Oh, right, that's where you put the time thing on. Okay, one more game for old time's sake first. Jude's probably fine. Simon! Oh, looks like the green button isn't working. Well, nostalgia's satisfied. Might as well scavenge the batteries. Now to use batteries on everything. Batteries, so gauche. Not like painting. Or ballet. Or ballerinas painting. Or, I get, maybe. This situation is already pre-charged, wouldn't you say? No need for batteries, bucko. This movie ran on the power of the imagination. And also the power of ending the movie halfway through the story. The story! Sorry, I gotta read that again. Ending the movie. Ending the movie halfway through the story. Yeah. Huh. They do sort of look like little energy tanks. Are energy tanks just batteries? I guess kinda. Yeah. Just tiny. And not with a lot of power. An electric performance, as always, for the lovely Ginger Rogers. There was one campfire spooking about a kid who was secretly a robot, and the other kids figured it out because he ate batteries. It was Well, that's quite the opinion. The world of Acorn's Shadow is pretty low tech. A lot of magic though. Can't do a quarter length without stepping right into something eldritch and befuddling. It seems like period. It's really cool. It's really cool. Like everything on that show runs on magic. Don't even start. But what if I wanted to start? There are too many kinds of batteries. Just like there are too many kinds of blocks in Block Hustle. You guess. You don't feel all that strongly about this, frankly. Bubsy really doesn't need any more energy. He's already a self-sufficient, whirling dynamo of garbage and trash. Hooking up the poster to a power source still won't let you play second mom. Believe you, you've tried. Now that's desperation. Batteries? An electronic diary! The very idea! Now you've heard quite literally everything. Nothing that will ever happen to you after this moment of astonishment in which you have floored yourself with this bonkers idea will perturb you in the slightest. You've crossed the event horizon of novelty. No, of novelty. Your mom had such a classy, old-world charm. It's hard to imagine her even existing in the same world as things like batteries and the crude chirping devices that run on them. Jeez. Felt that one like a kick in the stomach. Wait, hold on, wait, what? Oh, yeah. Which, you guess, he doesn't. Anyway. Jeez. Yeah, I felt that one too. Pictures don't need batteries. Not even pictures of you and your beloved dog. Thank goodness. Otherwise, you'd be burning through the double A's, keeping the sweet pic running round the clock. I mean, now they do, because everyone has them on their phones. So now pictures are quite literally run by batteries. Maybe not all advancements are good advancements. This game is powered by that famous law, gravity. Or, wait, is it law of gravity? Force of gravity in this context. Whatever. The thing that makes all the checkers fall down when Jude loses. Only Jude, never Joey. Because Jude's bad at the game. You're probably thinking of a handheld gaming device, which disappointingly is not. A prodigious collection of titles for your console's hungry cartridge-shaped mouth. All the best ones are here. Well, all the ones you happen to own are here. You can spend all day listening to them. There's Bubsy, there's... Mentioning Bubsy made you feel a little queasy, so you think you'll stop there. You might go lie down for a bit, actually. Yeah, I know I'm in a life or death situation, but... Oh, man, I need to lie down. These cartridges already have batteries in them. Otherwise, how could you save your game? Get real. That's not how cartridges work. There's a lot of things I recognize in here. Why she has so many Rubik's Cubes? There's that dentist alligator game, I forgot what it's called. You know, where you check the teeth, and then if you press the wrong one, it snaps shut. Fun games. Mental Trap. His batteries died a while ago, but you don't really want to replace them. All they made him do was vibrate for hours with no off switch. What? Why? Why would anyone admit that? He tried to remove the batteries, he just vibrated so hard you couldn't even hold on to him. He just ran out of the room, and when you came back later, he'd worn himself out. Sure to keep clicking batteries on everything. Absolutely not. No way. Out of the question. That's not safe for babies. You're right. The computer doesn't run on batteries. If it did, how would you turn it off? By taking them out? Because, of course, the only way to turn off a computer is to shut it down and then manually turn off the power strip it's plugged into once the screen says it is now safe to turn off your power. Obviously.
I forgot that's how computers used to be. My gosh.
Thank you, 2000s, for inventing off buttons. Or at least later in the 90s. Nothing in the medkit requires batteries to operate. No electric bone saws or anything. It is, after all, a junior veterinarian's medkit. Ah, wise. This is just your clothes closet. None of your clothes need batteries. It's not like you have a pair of LA lights in there or something. No. Yeah. I'd be surprised it didn't run on batteries. That would frankly be a little unsettling. None of those toys are battery powered, except maybe the Snork. Which one's the Snork? Snork! Snork! There is! I didn't notice there was a Snork up there. Snorks was a weird show. They were trying to capitalize on the popularity of Smurfs. It was weird. The Snork was a rare gift from your pa, though he was gone again by the time you found it, sitting on the kitchen table. Wow. Next, a huge shotgun for Jude.
For Joey, Snork. Jude, shotgun!
Oh, it's the bed. Battery power bed! Batteries in the bed? What do you think this is? Don't Wake Daddy? The Parker Brothers board game? With a battery-powered daddy who must be avoided while sneaking to the kitchen for a midnight snack? Well, you don't have an attentive father or food in the kitchen, so it's obviously not that.
How are you alive?
Oh, right. That's why he took the batteries out of his thing. In the first place, Jude was calling at all hours of the night for security spot checks. A growing dancer needs her sleep, after all, as does a growing puzzle solver, a growing junior veterinarian, and a growing, aspiring webmaster. You guess now that you have the C-cell batteries back, you should probably put them in the walkie and see if he's alright. Or warn him? Wasn't that what you were going to do? I don't know, something like that. It would be much safer tucked under the covers than it was tucked into your plush mother dog. You think you'll keep it tucked in your pocket. No batteries needed. It has a plug-in. Although if it did require batteries, they definitely wouldn't have been included. That's just how it goes. That's just how it has always gone. Batteries not needed. No batteries needed. Just give it a good shake and the sparkly floaty stuff goes swirling around. It's called glitter. It's amazing. It's not technically magic, but you don't really care about what things technically aren't. I like your attitude. I'm getting tired of people. I'm actually getting tired of people splitting hairs all the time. Know what I'm saying? No batteries required. It's not a toy. It's a very cool picture for this month with all the best characters from your favorite Skynet games. Skynet!
Ah, I love it! Sky!
Homestuck. Reference. They don't need batteries, though. Just because they're from video games, they're not... Just because they're from video games, they're not actually here. It's just a picture. Boop. The potions don't need batteries. They are perfectly capable of inducing magical animal-based wonderment all on their own whimsical steam. Ceiling! I thought I saw something up there. You examine the ceiling in more detail, as one does. It is covered by a mural that your mom painted for you when you were very young. Aww. Later, you added the stars yourself. You are quite pleased with the results of the long-term mother-daughter collaboration. These glow-in-the-dark plastic stars provide a not unconvincing illusion of space for at least a few minutes after you turn off your lights. Your brother once said they're not accurate, but you said they are. They're just not from the point of view of Earth. And that shut him up pretty quick. Way to go! That's in your head. Your light fixture makes a pretty good sun when it's on, and also charges up the glow stars, both store-bought, plural, and hand-painted, singular. Stars! Neat. Alright. Anything else? I don't think so. I think it's everything. Alright, time to get this game moving. Wait. Yeah. Success! The walkie-talkie works like a charm now. A charm with battery power. You feel pretty pleased with yourself. It would seem you just solved your first puzzle of many, on what is sure to be a sweeping adventure full of mysterious brainbusters. Then again, putting batteries in a thing isn't technically solving a puzzle, I suppose. It's just overcoming a minor inconvenience that you created yourself using mundane, widely available modern technology. You don't care, though. You're counting it! What's up, Jude? Jude, are you there? Are you alright? Yes. Been covertly signaling status and requesting yours. Over. You mean the lantern? I don't know Morse code. Would never use such easily decipherable code. Over. So it wasn't even Morse code he was using. I don't know what code he was using. Enemy agents everywhere. Over. Wait. On over. Still unconfirmed vis-a-vis your condition following enemy serpent encounter. Over. Please report bite status. How many and how gross? Over. I'm fine. No bites, you weirdo. But thank you for asking. It was a close one. Great, I was worried. Over. That reminds me, after I shut the door on it, I think I heard it clomping off back down the stairs. I don't think you should leave your treehouse anytime soon. It might be headed back your way. No plans of leaving current location. Yard crawling with cryptid vanguard. Over. Cryptid vanguard? Missing big picture, Joey. Over. Okay, maybe be a little less obtuse then. Purely defensive posture, tactically suicidal. Monsters likely just distraction. Could have obscured additional agents. On approach. Over. Do you mean, like, more monsters, or... Can't discuss on unsecured channel. Can't be certain who's listening. But evidence points to Antera's class conspiracy cascade. Over. What? Over. Really taking this seriously. Are you totally prepared to begin forward operations? No going back now, Joey. Over. Yep. No going back now, Joey. Over. I was making fun of you, dweeb. I'm not going anywhere. Trust crucial on the battlefield, Joey. Hoping presence of monsters has tipped equation away from typical skepticism. Okay, I trust you. Okay, that's fair. Okay, what do I need to know? Your current position, not secure. Large yard facing windows. Location compromised to enemy. Situation rapidly deteriorating. Must have gone to attic, Joey. Over. The attic? Yes, the attic. Strong door. Well stocked with tactical material. Take left out of bedroom, go upstairs. Highest room in house. Over. I know what the attic is, Jude. It was just a weird suggestion. What else? What else is new? More inscrutable rambling from my treehouse lunatic brother.
Don't understand. You sounded confused. Trying to help. Over.
Look, just shut up, okay? I'll sneak up there, lock the door, and you can...
Call a babysitter! Too late to reach her at the lab. Too late to reach her at lab. Working day long done. Over.
Oh no, you're right.
Agreed on both counts. Agreed on oh no, and agreed on you're right.
Babysitter capable striper. Could help tip scales. Might also convince you to get to safety. Jude, I'm going to go to the stupid attic, okay? I'm sorry for being mean. Do you have your weapon? Over. What weapon? What weapon? You mean my old weapon? What for? Serpents swarming everywhere. Over. You want me to fight them with... You want me to fight them with a flashlight? Don't blame you for being nervous with high... Ugh. Don't blame me for being nervous with high concentration of serpent presence. Must be brave. Your brother believes in you and knows you can't... Yeah. Ah, dang, I gotta finish my soda. That's what I gotta do.
There we go. Caffeine, do your magic.
Your brother believes in you and knows you can beat the serpents. Over.
Maybe. Your brother believes in you and knows you can beat the serpents. Over.
I'm not sure if you understood that. I need filters. Audio filters. Stop saying serpents.
Do you recall what weapon is? Over.
Yeah, it's in the closet.
Understood. All set then. Over.
No, I mean the hall closet.
Crap.
Over. Yeah, well, I guess I'll have to take your word about all this. You are sure about all this, right?
Absolutely, extremely certain. Over.
Over and out, squirt.
No, can't talk to him now. Okay.
Oh. But you're not sure what it is. This is your mom's, but you aren't sure what it is. Oh, okay, so this is how I can have Joey look at the items in the Stilodex. Okay, then. It looks like a key, but to what? You have a deep down feeling that it's important somehow. Better keep it close. Okay. Well, better turn the lights on. Save power! Looks like the coast is clear. For now. Better hurry over to the hall closet and retrieve your weapon before that crafty old serpent, you mean snake, can get the drop on you. So I should get my old weapon from the hall closet and then head up to the attic, right?
Affirmative. Also refrain from excess chatter.
Oh, right. Yeah. Bye.
Could alert monsters.
Oh. Yeah, I got it. I'm going. Bye.
Can't be too careful in espionage game, Joey. Silent scolding. Over.
Dude,
shut up. Remember one time on a training mission, couldn't keep my trap shut. Oh boy. Real landless in a pickle. Over.
You've never had any training in turning off. Yeah. You never had any training. I'm turning off the walkie. Bye.
Over it.
That is absolutely one thing I love about this entire series is its sense of humor. The Homestuck series.
Hey, speaking of the Homestuck series.
Let's see.
This is artwork reminiscent of it,
But I think this is supposed to be her babysitter. Not sure, but I think this is Jude. This, I think, is Joey. I think this is her dad. And I think this is her mom. And this must be Puppy. Who? Family. Aw. Oh, right. Let's see. There's a lot more to look at. Jude insisted the terrified horse was being abducted. Your counter-argument completely schooled him. This painting now commemorates your triumph and a particularly spectacular equine nativity. There's only a clever distraction masking a secret abduction. Made it a hat. Happy birthday. Nope. Yep. More aliens. Nope. His friends brought him a special surprise. A cake. Oh, okay. Also, the music in this game is actually really good. But Homestuck music has almost always been really good. It has the globe-like structure with an arrow that's conveniently alerts you to the location of the ceiling. Ah, that's where it is. Ah, so that... Oh. I said that without reading it, that's what... Okay, fine, that's the obvious thing to write. Thank you, globe-like structure. Your percussive footwork seems to set off its internal gyroscope, or whatever. Maybe it's a tap dance detector. The potential esteem for this relic rises slightly. Equally mysterious. No, you take that back. What were you thinking? Your heirloom is at least 7 Babysitters Club's mysteries more mysterious than the globe-like structure. That's a huge gulf. And a difference of degree is a difference of kind. You've always felt this to be true. The tremendous jewelry box. A priceless heirloom of immeasurable sentimental value. Also, there appear to be some of your brother's empty cans of Pringles. Your mom's jewelry box. This is where you found your heirloom. When you were very young. Not long after what happened. It was just nestled in there, like the fine, beautiful jewels. And you just took it. You just had this feeling like you had to keep it safe. Maybe you wanted something of hers to be just for you. Oh. I opened it up. I didn't know I could open it up. I can't do anything with it, but I opened it. No! You might jostle your mom's jewelry off the table. Nope. Oh, okay. Homestuck reference! That's Karkat. Or rather, Karkat's ancestor. This thing's always giving you the creeps. But that didn't stop you from patching it up after Jude accidentally ripped it with an experimental boneless dart. I think they're just called a dart. An experimental foamless dart. You're not even sure he wants out. Just look at him. I don't know. I can't tell what he's thinking. No. The chains are rattling. Jeez, it'd be horrible. From the first and last Dark Gun War with Jude, Belinda here provides great cover for those who refuse to use firearms. Namely you. You tried to distract him with your tap dancing, and then stick a dart on him. It didn't work. At all. Seems unimpressed. For a beautiful work of art, she has lousy taste. She might topple over. And what crueler way to kill a ballerina than by tap dancing her to death? No, you'd never forgive yourself. Nothing. Hallway. Ooh, gun. Look. This gun can shoot a stream of water up to 50 feet away. Too bad you don't use guns. Why don't you use guns? I guess it's not part of your Silodex. No way! They might rust, or tarnish, or whatever bad things happen to precious heirlooms when they get stupid gum water on them. You try to tap it right off the cap, but it's nestled into that plush pretty good. What? You don't use guns. Oh, okay. I saw the equip function and was curious why it had one. Okay. Ah. Tasteful artwork. This lady was just hanging out in her all together. Which, you mean, who are you to judge? Except it made you slightly uncomfortable, so you pushed her up a little bit. You feel kind of silly about it now, but whatever. You were like 8. Yeah, it just took fine art and colored on it. You know, like 8-year-olds do. Why can I open that? What secrets do you hide? Light bright! You're light bright! Hours of fun, with the number of hours and the degree of fun dependent on the power of your imagination! Which, in your case, means many hours and a lot of fun. Like... Woo! What else we got? Ooh, I know that symbol. Aww. Family. You've always been a bit creeped out by the monster in the water. Feels like the eyes fall, but only sometimes. Street sharks! Gah! Shark dive! The lamp not even plugged in. But there are at least 9 possible light sources in your immediate area. So maybe it got lost in the typically well-illuminated shuffle. You don't know. Those two don't share a visual motif. On the other hand, maybe that's what the lock dresser bumped. Okay, no. He doesn't fit. Which is a shame, because you take back what you thought before. There's some aesthetic similarity here. A little small for a stage, but that lamp might do for a spotlight, if it weren't kind of the opposite of a spotlight. A black hole? This is the door to your neurotic Dorkable Brothers' maximum security bedroom. He keeps it locked up tight because of all the silly conspiracy work he does in there. You sincerely doubt you'll be entering this room anytime soon. But really, why would you even want to? It's full of nerd stinking goop crud. Not to mention there's where his pet usually lurks. You love all animals, but just the same, this one you'd rather let Jude deal with. Castle Grayskull! Open? He always keeps it locked. Even if you did manage to get in, he probably has traps set up. Not worth trying to get gum out of your hair again. Plus, there'd be his pet to deal with. No thanks. No way! Your mom left you, and Jude probably wouldn't even care about it, because it doesn't have anything to do with aliens. Because emotion might set up Jude's pet, which is the last thing you feel like dealing with right now. Wonder what his pet is. Nope. It's the hallway closet. If memory serves, there's a box full of some old belongings of yours in here. You wonder if it has what you're looking for. It's not locked, at least you don't think it is. Maybe give that old doorknob a whirl before jamming your precious heirloom into the keyhole. Forceful, aggressive tap dancing is a good backup if the door refuses to budge. But maybe maybe you could try opening it with your hands first. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to go look for another way. I look at the exit. How is it spookier from this side? Frankly, you feel a little spooky to yourself, just basking in its spooky aura. Bunch of stuff that should be moved up to the attic. There's some toys here too that you don't play with that much anymore. Basically, the pile of useless trash. Hey, crutches aren't useless. You just don't need them right now. You get lost, or broken, or stolen, or worse. You don't know what's worse than those things, but it's clearly on the table if you dump your precious treasure in this loose pile of stuff. Loose pile, you say? It's such a loose pile, your tap dancers will probably blast it to pieces. That's the idea. Look. You got this toy caterpillar so you could learn how to cure caterpillar diseases. But it turns out plush caterpillars don't get sick. Still pretty cute though. You've already put this inside one stuffed animal, and this one doesn't even have an accessible womb. But maybe he'd be willing to spend a little Christmas for it? Nothing. You guess you have to let him you guess you have left him on the attic stairs for a while. Wow. Oh, wait, there it was. Hot spot right there. Trying to shake him loose, huh? No such luck. He's gripped tight. He's also placed such that if you were to tap dance near him, you'd likely break your ankle on the stairs. Clever little guy. Clever little guy, having me place him on the stairs. Okay, these are your tap shoes. They enable you to tap dance. Tap dancing lessons also deserve a little credit. You're loath to touch it and disturb whatever astronomically improbable equilibrium is at play. Best just leave it be. I don't know how you get a slinky and end up like this. I've tried. I saw this once and was like, how do I do that? Let me try. No success. You guys have really left this part of the house go to shambles. A bunch of stuff that should be moved into the attic. There's some toys here too. Oh wait, it's the same thing. Just another pile. Trying to get my old weapons. Such a... Right, okay. Affirmative. Also refrain from extra chatter. Over. Okay, yeah, bye. Oh, yeah, this. Okay. On the rare occasions he is home, Pa can be heard bumping around up here while tending to his hoard of stupid antique trash. Or priceless artifacts, you mean? No, you don't. It's locked, but you need to get in here as soon as you can. Here through the keyhole. Weird. What the heck was that thing? And how long has it been there? Hey, the attic door's locked. Stripes, forgot about that. Tactical blunder on my part. Over. It's fine, no big deal. Left the safety of my room to be eating my monsters in the hallway. You know, because my dorky brother sent me to the safety of the wrong side of a locked door. Is it not fine? Over. Jude! Panic not necessary. Extreme danger possible, however. Should acquire a weapon at all haste. Will relay key whereabouts upon weapon retrieval. Over. Fine. Oh, it is fine. Over. Bye. Over and out. If you don't have a sibling, you don't get that, but that is how we are with each other. I'm that way with my sister all the time. We've been like that our entire lives. With only a 2-year difference. She my babysitter. Babysitter. Baby sister. Very different from a babysitter. You think back to before. Back to when this closet door was shut. You had a reasonably good guess about what was inside, but now, your guess is even more reasonable. Pretty reasonable guess then. Nothing? Oh, nothing. Okay. Oh. I can't click on anything. Look. That box probably has the stuff you need, but you can't reach. You wonder what your next step should be. Actually, your tap shoes might be the solution to this problem. I'll spell it out first then. If you could just get a good stomp going, you might be able to tumble the box right off the shelf. I get it, we're still technically in the tutorial. We haven't reached the actual puzzles yet. No, your precious heirloom doesn't seem to want to go in a ratty cardboard box that you forgot was in the closet. You can tell, because you don't put it there. That's how you know something doesn't want it. When you don't put it there, that's because it doesn't want it. Bang! Look. Wonder what's stashed in here. Nothing fragile, you hope. No, just a flashlight. Search. Pick through the box and find your flashlight. And an old pair of ballet slippers. These will come in handy. Oh hey, there's some pet treats in here too. You keep caches of these all over. Never know when you'll need to treat a pet. You go ahead and try your flashlight. Click. No dice. Another battery problem? You open it up. Wait, there were no batteries in here at all. Just a bunch of stupid pogs. Dang it, Jude! Pogs! Poggers! Found my old strife weapon. Guess what? It's full of stupid pogs. Crap. Forgot about those. Please keep safe. Fine. Okay, but I'm not going to take especially good care of them. Please protect Mulder at all costs. It's you and Mulder. This Scully Pog is obviously sad. Terms acceptable. Keep them safe. She's yours. Over. Still need to get you to attic. Over. For safety, right? Well, whatever. I'm trusting you, I guess. Appreciate that. Over. Although, so far, it hasn't really paid off. Joey, please, you need to head out to trophy room. Over. Oh, gross, I hate that place. Why does he even need a special trophy room when our whole house is just his dumping ground for whatever garbage he picks up on his stupid adventures? We'll find key to attic there. Mysterious whims of absent father not relevant. Fine. Over and out. Over and out. Gotta say that part quietly. Careful not to mix these up. You hate to reach for a critter treat and come back with, like, a Ren or a Stimpy or a Doug Funny. Your mom loved animals, as well you well know. She had the grace of a gazelle and the ferocity of a much, much angrier gazelle. So, head to the trophy room? Affirmative. Over. Got it. Over and out. Ah, beautiful, comfortable satin ballet slippers. Like dancing on a cloud. Unlike the canvas shoes you wear for class, which are like dancing on a far less luxurious cloud. I like this game. It's very casual pace, you know? You're gonna need to add some D-cell batteries if you want this flashlight to serve any purpose other than emergency POG storage container. And very poorly designed paperweight. Pet treats! Animals love these, except the most dangerous animal of all. Man! Wow, blew your mind there for a second. Jude's Pogs. It's a cool Scully one. The rest are all dumb cartoons, vague rebellious graffiti, and ad video games. Hey, There's gotta be more than there than just one. Huh? You shave down the edges of the pog with the green key. It will now be used to solve lots of different puzzles throughout your house. Good work! Wow, amazing! Haha, just kidding. You don't do that, because that would be ridiculous and an insult to your puzzling skills. Oh, yeah. Ba-dang, ba-dang, gang. Yeah, this saucy little thing always puts you in a mood of spinning grin. The two twisty snakes that make up your heirloom seem to be in their own delicate dance, don't they? Twisting around each other, both chasing, both fleeing. Where does it begin? And where does it doesn't quite glow, but those jeweled eyes will catch the faintest little glimmer of light in a dark room and sparkle like the Dickens. Sort of like what a flashlight does. You guess? Maybe romanticizing your heirloom's capacity for luminosity. They fit in the funnel part, but they're just a little bit too wide for the 45mm in diameter tube, which was, of course, just barely wide enough for the pogs. Your dog would make a great ballerina if only they didn't have overlip. Thank you. You got that joke from Popsicle Stick. Oh, but you want these. What? Oh, but you want these in case you find a cute animal to feed them. In case you find a cute animal to feed them to. Plus, stomping on them would get crumbs everywhere. Depending on your present location, the previous sentence may have been sarcasm. What? Hold on. Gosh! Location condition of sincerity. This really is an adventure. I can't wait to see what that means. I feel like it's gonna mean something a little later in the game. The frustrating thing about flat garbage is there's no point in stomping it. Oh. When the pogs slam and clatter and scatter, do they not possess a grace all their own? Is their dance any less a defiance of that cruel tyrant gravity than is yours? No, they do not. And yes, it is. You have no interest in refilling your flashlight with your brother's garbage. I was stung! Squeeze! Oh. Hiding some pet treats in Juice Pringles can would be a pretty good prank. But the specter of running out of treats later, right when you meet a cute new animal friend, looms large. See. Oh, no, I can't. Okay. This. You don't actually know what the heck this thing is, despite it being perched right outside your bedroom door. But you're basically positive that it's not a birdcage, so there's no reason to stock it with tasty treats. Well, it could be. I guess it is. Okay, you're right. It's got too many openings. You don't understand the function of this gaudy, goofy thing. Plus, get a little globe with the arrow through it. Oh. Get it? Because pogs are gaudy and goofy. Alright, one thing I never ever did was go back through with everything. So I'm gonna play the boring way and play everything. I want to see all the dialogue. They snuck in dialogue for everything, I think. Honestly, there's probably some pogs in this pile of junk already. They're like roaches. That sounds like a great way to end up with rats in the attic. In the attic stairway. Wait, I think back to your zoo books. Oh, zoo books! I used to love those. I had so many. Rats don't just spontaneously generate inside cluttered houses in rural areas. even if you do scatter pet treats around these nice rodent-friendly piles, junk piles. Squirrels. Now, you get squirrels in a heartbeat. No, he has his own treats. They're like these little plastic apples that stick to his mouth with magnets or something. You got to see it in action again sometime. It's phenomenal. You offer him one with a picture of a graffiti apple on it. It says "bad to the core." He's totally not into it, and you can't blame him. That's not even a pun. It's not even anything. Hold up. Forgot to do like everything to the slinky. As you approach the spiraling coils of the slinky with your heirloom in hand, the metal gets a little warm, and it begins to vibrate suddenly, slightly. Just as quickly as it started, it stops. You don't think it has anything to do with opening the attic door, but it certainly was weird. Huh. That actually sent chills down my spine. That's like, oh, that sent chills down my spine. Yeah, I actually am feeling the goosebumps right now. Oh, that was weird. I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be another goof. Despite its cute name, Slinky is not a pet. Slinky is more like an instrument, or an appliance, or maybe like an object art. There we go. Wow, when considered together, these popular toys are actually ambushes many times. In fact, he's never actually hit you. You're either excellent at dodging, or he's a really lousy shot. Or both! Could always be both. Okay. I gotta step away for 2 minutes. Sorry for the interruption, but it's quite sudden. BRB. I are the return. Sorry. Hold on.
Just checking the screen real quick.
You don't want to upset their rainbow cuteness performance. They're really putting their hearts into it. Oh, okay. No response. You feel like ballet might be a little too highbrow for this crowd. There aren't any trophies for being the best Pogs player. You just get to keep the other kids' Pogs, which is really more like punishment. Good. You've actually had it before, and done it. Your dog gave no obvious sign that they preferred the warmed-up treat. But you could tell. Oh, yeah. Pretty crummy substitute for a sleep time stuffed animal, and honestly. Especially when you have so many of those close by already. There's a poster hanging up in the library at school that says reading is a real slammer. There aren't even any books on the poster. It's just kids playing with Pogs in space. I don't think playing with Pogs in space would work. Lots of beloved pets in these books. None of them are the kinds of books where the beloved pets die, though. You can spot those a mile away, usually by the cold, mercenary glimmer of their Newberry metal. Perfect. But that's what she's always said, your whole life. So she's clearly not a trustworthy source. Because otherwise, she'd have told you what was wrong with you. Ugh. Just ugh. Heavy. It's a cute idea, but it wouldn't be safe. A pet might smell the treat, get all excited, then try to chew their way into the mag, get and hurt themselves. Just a little pair of scissors, for all. And some peroxide. And some gauze. None of that is good for pets to try to eat. No Pogs in this batch feature a junior veterinarian, or any veterinarian, really. It's all just cartoon characters and graffiti gangs. All your clothes have a sealed emergency pouch of pet treats, tucked carefully into the pockets at all times. I'm looking for secrets. Believe it or not, I've played this game before, and one thing I can tell you is I didn't get all the achievements. I'm looking for secrets. All the clothes have a sealed emergency pouch of pet treats, tucked carefully into the pockets at all times, except the ones you're wearing. You already gave those treats to your dog earlier to address the emergency that they looked very cute and did a nice trick. Huh. Luckily, you had these backups squirreled away in the hall closet. And all of your other clothes. Quick, Pogs! Ah, yes, the perfect accessory. The one thing... the one thing your look was missing. Some Pogs! You'll make sure to put some in here. Your clothes closet. Just as soon as you settle the other minor obligations you have. I like that. Yes, the perfect accessory. Pogs! Oh, this one. You kind of tap the pet treats against the open mouths of the baby animals on the poster. Just simulate the process of feeding them. Tastes good, doesn't it? You're almost certainly ruining their suppers. Deal with it, moms. The momimals would never let their little babies anywhere near Pogs. Because they would be a choking hazard. Also because the momimals clearly have great taste. Your computer isn't a pet, but it is a treat. Well, sometimes. A lot of other times it's just really frustrating. You wish there were some quick and easy way to buy Pogs using the computer? Then you could maybe sell these for some fast cash. I'm sure Jude would love that. He'd be so thrilled that you sold his Pogs on eBay. Which I think you can. You can buy them and sell them on eBay, I think. This chair is already occupied by the distinguished Manthro chap, who would not tolerate the insult of proximity to such garbage. Oh, no. No. From the back of the box, the bold, invasive genetic procedures that produced the Manthro chaps in all their resplendence also left them with a debilitating allergy to almost all forms of sustenance. That means they're gonna starve to death. Feed your macro chaps from their wet whistle flasks, or not at all, lest they separate, then separate. Huh. You're not 100% sure what that last part means, or if it's an actual thing your toy can do. But you are 100% sure you don't want to see it. Wonders and thoughts abound. Lots of the games have cute pets in them. Cute pets. Why no? Yes or no? Is one of the primary criteria of your purchase matrix. Like, 60% of these are Mortal Kombat, and that's less of a game and more of a long national nightmare of excessive violence and mediocre gameplay. Hey! You take that back! Love Mortal Kombat. Classic. And continuously coming out with new versions every year. Or not every year, but frequently enough. You gently place a pet treat on the eject button and press it up and down a couple times, making it bounce a bit. Excellent. You retrieve the pet treat. I don't know why you did that. I just did this. I don't know why you did that. Wow, it's the best and worst toys in the entire house. Maybe in the entire world? Maybe in any world. Okay, let's not go crazy. They don't quite fit. Maybe you could use them to block the column, adding an extra level of strategy to the game, and adding an extra layer of treat crumbs to your carpet. Yes. You suppose you could fit Pogs into each of the little windows and make a miniature Pog museum if you were so inclined. You're not, though. You're more inclined not to. What kind of dog would she be? An on-pointer? Wow. You don't want to get this garish garbage anywhere near your beautiful print. Looking at your hot stepping poster, and then at these stupid Pogs, it can be hard to believe you and your brother are actually related. You don't really dwell on it, though, because you're already back to looking at your poster. Oh, it's a treat. Oh, it's a treat, all right. And no pets allowed. Oh gosh, you don't know if these are safe for luck dragons? Just kidding, everything's safe for luck dragons because they're not real. And as such, are not ever in any actual danger. They would make great pets. Hey! He totally was real at the end of the movie. Pog of it. Acorn's shadow would bite your entire hand off. Up to the elbow, probably even. If you so much as dared to approach it with a treat. You'd be spurting blood everywhere, screaming like the Dickens, and the shadow who plops would just be standing there, guzzling your hand. What is this show? Jeez! This does not sound like a show you normally like, although you also like, Metroid, so maybe it does. I don't know. I don't know what you like. Who are you? Princess Sheikah has the best treatment. All of the wounded magical animal companions are to complete a line. The line disappears, but the treat lingers. Ain't that always how it goes? Yeah, there's some bubsies. Bubsies? Is the mix. A branding synergy forged in the fires of hell. You're not going to encourage this guy any further. Can you make friends with the enemies in Second Mom? You hope so. A game that let you befriend your enemies instead of killing them would be just the best in your book. Hey, there is a game like that. It's called Undertale. Actually, yeah. Passive route. You read a rumor on the net, a ridiculous rumor, that there might be second mom pogs. Precious ones. You were so mad at this outrageous lie that you immediately turned your computer off without even shutting it down first. You didn't even regret it. Okay, we gotta go through this all again with the ballet slippers. It's amazing the way the publishers have been able to gracefully sidestep releasing this game in your country. We are sure that if they ever do release it, their marketing campaign will be just as graceful. It takes a graceful step to avoid tripping on these as you make your way across your bedroom in the dark. Luckily, you have grace to spare. Also, I turned on the light. Oh, right. Same thing, but this time she danced. Neat. You gracefully avoid thinking about Bubsy. It's an exquisite use of your skills. Block hustle like ballet is from Russia. Okay, ballet isn't from Russia, but they do a lot of ballet there. And you like to form connections between the things you're interested in, even if they are a little tenuous. Ballet and tap? What is this, 1937? Ginger Road... What is this? 1937 Ginger Rogers film Shall We Dance? No, it is not. It's Star Avenue. Ballet demands strong legs, probably even more so if those legs are covered in powerful armor. The bounty hunter must have very strong legs. Tone, too. And you won't find out for at least another decade, because Zero Suit Samus hasn't been invented yet. This movie is kind of like ballet, in that it's beautiful, and pretty long, and kind of sad, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. And then it just ends. Also, there's a big white dog. Although that similarity might be unique to your personal ballet experience. Yeah, you can see some ballet influence happening there. It's, yeah, sort of ballet-like from a certain angle. What angle? I don't see ballet. Oh, ballet is already very spooky. Like 90% of ballets are about a doll coming to life or a swan trying to kill a clown. Is that what Swan Princess is about? Or something surreal and vaguely upsetting like that? I don't think it's about... Actually, no, it's not. Maybe Black Swan. I don't know. You don't let it bug you. You lose yourself in the moment. Grace and power, light and dark, virtue and vice, the duality of Acorn and her shadow would make for for a pretty great ballet, assuming the dancers could adapt to performing in two-person horse costumes. They probably could, actually. Princess Shika sometimes dances with the animals, and sometimes she dances with her cousin, Baroness Kitsune. You aren't actually sure how they're cousins, since they... You aren't actually sure how they're cousins, since they don't seem to share any other relatives, but they sure do mention it a lot, especially when they're dancing close. It's a good thing we're cousins, or this would be weird, they'll say, mouths not moving. I don't need to make mention of this. Everyone knows what this is referencing. This is obvious. You keep your dance practice clothes in here. Oh, I could have done this thing. Good guess, you think, but that doesn't really make any sense, so you stop thinking it. Huh. You could probably stand to write about ballet more. Then, when you're a famous ballerina, you could publish your diary to give inspiration to kids like you. That'd be a really great thing for a famous person to do. And also a nice little sideline income for you. But it'd be kind of embarrassing to have everyone read all your other thoughts and feelings. Maybe you should start keeping a second, less embarrassing, intended for publication diary that would probably be more marketable anyway. Good thought. Your dog loves your ballet. They make a very good audience, as long as they don't get distracted by, like, a bug going by, sound only they can hear, or any number of other things. Dogs are pretty easy. Yeah. Your mom was, in your amateur opinion, and in the professional opinion of many experts who you very much respect, one of the greatest ballerinas who ever lived. Though she passed when you were really young, before you could ever see her dance. You have a few tapes of her performances, and you could, of course, track down more. But you know that only so many of her performances were recorded. Once you see them all, that'll be it. You won't ever see your mom doing anything that's new to you again. So you save them. If you're patient, if you're really good, and you save them for the absolute best days, ones you want to share with her, and the absolute worst days, the days you just really, really need to see her, then you might be able to make them last a long time. That's sweet. I like that. It's that. But that's a good way of thinking about that. Ballet. The ballerina's print is your inspiration. It looks so graceful and fluid. You hope to one day look like either of those things. Oh, wait. Those checkers scattered all over the floor. You break your leg. Both of them, even. Well, probably not both legs. You're good, but you're not sure you're ready to perform for such a gentleman throw of breeding. What if he gave you a scathing review of his gossip periodical? You'd be ruined. Yeah, your slippers were in the hallway closet. You don't actually remember how they got there. Kind of weird in retrospect. Ballet and computers. Spend enough time with either, and you'll experience a lot of clicking. In all seriousness, the sensation of clicking hips is no joke, and you're glad you've been lucky enough not to experience it if you're in your personal ballet journey. I did not realize that was the thing about clicking hips. I did not know that. You guess one day you'll have to choose. Oh, wait, I already did that one.
I'm taking a quick peek at all these hidden ones now, and none of them make sense. I hope this is coming through to everybody because I just realized I'm having a lot of connection issues. My stream is unstable. So it's very possible none of this is coming through at all. Dang. Huh. Well, these are... You studied this thinking. Its grace, its poise, to hold that position for years, neither faltering nor giving the impression of total stillness. Always the suggestion that the next piece can before them, some potential... Oh yeah, I've already read that. I wasn't sure, I just realized. I was looking through the, I was just looking through the achievements. Saw one that I'd done. I've been like, have I done that in this run through? the reason I'm going back... Shake a leg. Oh, the last time I played this was 2022. Time to overwrite it. Here, Glissa. Give these to your pet baby alligator. That thing is, be a problem for you one day. It might be a Cayman. You don't have any Clarissa pogs, sadly. Probably because these are actually Jude's pogs, not your pogs. Jude is more of a Ferguson than a Clarissa, obviously. I can't turn it off. I might need to save scum in order to do some of these, if I was reading them correctly. Alright. Some great photos and portraits of your mostly great family. We decided to take a closer look. So, this character will look familiar if you've played Homestuck. You've watched Homestuck. I say played Homestuck because there's a lot of interaction with it. Ooh la la. Their mom is looking très glamnifique. When you grow up, you hope that this is what mirrors would look like. You and your very good dog. Aww. A lovely diptych of school portraits. The laser background, the bad hair days, simply perfection. She puts the dip in diptych. You mutter to yourself, such an unreal burn on the unsuspecting chump. Pretty proper, you can get it. Don't think of it. Aw, and someone you presume is his sister? Nobody has ever mentioned. Not that the two can talk much. I know who these are, and you'd know if you played Homestuck. Kind of weird to think you might have, like, a second cousin out there you've never met. Maybe she died young. The old-timey times were pretty rough. Well, I mean, she's your aunt, but sure. Oh, wait, I did that. No. There aren't any pictures of the three of you together, so you tried to make one through the art of composition by hanging these 3 solo photos together. It's sort of like, it's kind of like there's a photo of all 3 of you. Sort of. Yeah, but not really. They're different age pictures. You and Jude have a lot of fun memories with your babysitter. By now, probably more than with Mom and Pa combined. You'd always thought of her as the kind of cool and fun older kid you wanted to be, until you got old enough to realize she's a pretty sucky role model. Yeah, all these characters are based on Homestuck characters, not gonna lie. Except her. She's a new character completely, as are these 2. But her, him, and her are all based on Homestuck characters. You wonder what her family's like, but it's probably not your place to ask. You can't even look at this picture. You deplore cruelty to animals. One of the many ways you and your father never saw eye to eye. One of the other ways was how he never actually looked at you, let alone in your eyes. That's sad. Paul used to be great with animals. You wonder what happened? Maybe a betrayal? No! Impossible! Look how good that dog is. That dog never betrayed anybody in his entire life. You would stake your entire reputation on it. The whole thing! Homestuck references! It's still unclear to Homestuck fans, as far as I know, as far as Act 1 goes of Hiveswap, how connected Hiveswap is to Act 2 or not. Not Act 2. How connected Act 1 is to Homestuck or not. Yeah. You're about to mess with these portraits, but on second thought, you decide to just do it. Oh, okay. This guy, what's he so happy about anyway? His expression probably made more sense in its original context. That is to say, whatever tomb or temple or whatever that your pa plundered him from. Pequerel! That's the dog's name. His dog's name was Pequerel. That's it. I remember now. Oh. Creepy. Well, it seems the power's out. That should make the trophy room quite the adventure. Which is to say, not quite the adventure you wish you were having right now. Well, it seems the power's out. Classic psyops. Over. What? Credit where it's due. Best way to stabilize countermeasures. Leave you in the dark? Literally. Over. Not literally. It's still, like, late afternoon. I can see fine. Should have no trouble getting to trophy room then. Over. Fine then, Mr. Mission Control. Yes, great. Over and out. Well, lights are out again. Wait, hold on. Nothing. Okay. Why did you stuff the piano full of animals? Full of stuffed animals. That is a blue lady. Lamp. Blue lady lamp. And that is just blue lady. That is a rhino. A white elephant. There's a lot of things. She put eyes that are open and awake, like it's just sort of lying there. She put band-aids all over it. Look, it's a handheld gaming device that you and Jude share. He hogs it mostly, but that's alright, since you got the console in your room. Scrounge! You have it on good authority that authority that the batteries in this thing are A, way too small for anything you may or may not currently need batteries for, and B, dead as a bag of doornails. Oh, well that... Okay. Just a reliable old portable cassette player, complete with headphones. Jude can occasionally be found using it to even further isolate himself from reality. Salvage. Dead batteries, of course. Seems to be a running theme. Beanbag chair, super comfy and thankfully not filled with real beans. You can take a nap, but you've kinda got a lot going on right now, you know? Pa's major totem of power. The impressively clunky item controls the TV, the garage door, toaster, thermostat, and pretty much everything else of a gizmo-logical nature. You literally cannot pick it up without using both hands. That's a big remote. You pop open this behemoth and score! You pocket the E-cell batteries right into the old Silodeck. Yeah! Batteries! I'm gonna hold on to those for now. Till I need them. There's a big screen. Yep, there's a big screen. Got the cable hookup and everything. It's your home altar. And your method of worship is listless vegetation. The gods reward you with glimpses of the divine. Clarissa, Alice Mack, and the cool green lady from Reboot. You really like her. She's cool. Except she's also not, like... Well, I'm gonna be honest. Dot doesn't really do much. Yeah, I watched Reboot. I know I watched the entire series. Didn't get to finish. It didn't get to finish the series itself, technically. They tried to bring it back, and trust me, even though they tried to say it's the same thing, completely different, do not consider it the same thing. It's an insult to the original. This bookshelf contains several... It's like they said, hey, Reboot, how should we make this updated? I know, Power Rangers! What? This bookshelf contains several of Pa's books, including Pistols to Pelts, How to Turn Sweet, Intelligent Animals into Weird Rugs and stuff. Teach yourself taxidermy, I guess. You gonna write a book? Sure. Teach yourself taxidermy, I guess. And Safari! Stories of bold men and the animals they killed from a distance, even though they weren't hungry and did not intend to eat them. That is a waste of animal. I don't know why you do that. I never understood the point of hunting for not meat. Hunting for meat, yeah, that makes sense. Hunting for not meat is weird. I can't click on anything else. I can go that way. I don't want to go that way, though. Not yet. They're too big. You know, you're beginning to kind of wish you didn't have to use batteries for everything. Unfortunately, there is no alternative and never will be. I know. One day. Maybe, just maybe. Those are way too big for this little hombre. And honestly, this is no time for games. Nah? One of these pogs depicts an image of an anthropomorphic remote control leering amorously at an anthropomorphic television set. The television set is quite buxom, of course, so that you know it's a lady. Because otherwise it'd be weird, right? Jeepers, you hate pogs. Your dog loves trying to chew this thing up enough already. The last thing you need is to get that treat scent all over it. Universal remote can control anything. You have a feeling that your heirloom, if it has a function at all, will be much more exclusive. Another point in its favor. So yeah, the reason I keep clicking on everything is some of the achievements are odd. They're real cool. One of them is actually called sequence breaking, but it doesn't say how to do it. It just says try and get ahead of the game or something, and has a picture of Jude doing something. So the only clue I can take from that is I have to sequence break as Jude, but I'm not sure how.
There are many things I can try, but I'm gonna have to save scum. Which, spoiler alert, you will get to play as Jude as well one day. Soon. I just have to, you know, get to him. Really now, the Universal Remote was designed to reduce extraneous physical activity. Using it while prancing around sort of defeats that purpose. Which is part of why you have no interest in this dumb thing. You briefly consider the idea of a television that could be controlled by the rhythmic tapping of your shoes. Not sure if you're willing to deal with the inevitable torrent of sprained ankles and lawsuits, though. No, Jude left one of his tapes in there, and nobody can tap dance to Enya. Especially with a pair of dead batteries in the compartment. You need your ballet skills to avoid the monsters. With headphones on, you'd never hear them coming. Death by Enya. You would probably end up reincarnated as a rose trapped in an iceberg. Any good ballet games on here? Of course not. This thing would need way, way more buttons to emulate something as complex and nuanced as ballet. Sure, you could become the first person alive to defeat Katanga while performing a tap routine, but would history remember you for it? Back to the bookshelf? You don't need your graceful ballet skills to avoid reading. All you need is the power of your video games. They're already pretty cluttered on the shelf without your help. You may have been the one who tap danced these books into their cluttered state in the first place. These batteries are huge! As far as you know, they don't fit anything but the Universal Remote. But hey, the night is young. It moved back there. That's a nice subtle touch. No buts on the furniture, even the furniture. You know, even the quote-unquote furniture. Pogs, beanbag chairs. Boy, it sure is the current year that you live in. 1994, you mean? Now that is some wild taxidermy. You don't need any extra energy to use a beanbag chair. In fact, the less energy you have, the better. The better a chair they seem to be. It's too uneven and has too much give. You break your ankles like, well, ankles. It makes it sound like ankles are meant to be broken. You give it a good strong kick with your powerful leg. It absorbs the blow and doesn't seem to be too shaken by it. A formidable foe. Okay. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Wow, I just took a look at that Universal Remote, and that is one serious remote. Look. Pause, major totem of power. F remote. The Universal Remote definitely sounds like something that would be useful on your adventure. Except the power's out. Universal is probably disappointingly misleading. And who said you were on an adventure anyway? So far you haven't even left your house. All valid points. Okay.